Shaggy. I am Philalitheia. Boy, am I ever ready to get back into World of Warcraft. I really like that game and that world. I miss it, and I like what I'm doing in it. I like who I am in these places because I'm different and I'm still me, right? So the person that you see me behave as on these streams is the same person that I learned to be by playing games like WoW and EverQuest. On some level, I learned to be Shaggy Phil, Shaggy Philalitheia. I learned to speak my mind and pay attention to what I was buying and what I was reading and with whom I was spending my time. I learned these things playing EverQuest, actually. I learned them by finding free games on AOL back in the day. But I learned how to be authentic to my enthusiasm by playing EverQuest and building guilds and performing at a high level, frankly, with strangers. Doing my best to learn the game by talking to the people that I was playing with. And so, like, I shouldn't tell my stories. I shouldn't do this for the future audience. I should do this when I know that people are here. I'm feeling a lot of emotions. Reliving parts of my life that I thought I'd given away on some level, given up on. Hello, Jennifer. Yes, I have game info, guys, I promise. Hey, Rachie. Hello, Willow, and hello, Rad. Yes, Lionel, I am. No. 60-40. Maybe 80-20. I don't know. I don't remember what I was doing last night. Thank you, Willow. That is super damn loud. My hair is annoying today. No, I hear from Son again. It's no worries. Did you know about that? Hmm?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, big guy. Probably not what I should call a tiny little man like you, but it is what I call a tiny little man. Specifically you. You'll be alright. Oh, that's right. I wanted those tiger eyes. Flashlight. Bam, 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 bam. Just brings back a lot of memories. Just, it leads me down a lot of dead end roads in my life. And so, like, in that way, I never minded, legitimately never minded that so many of the vanilla quests, so much of this game was left unfinished for so long. Oh, yeah, that's why I keep saying play Wilds. Dingy, 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 dong. Ding dong. Means we gotta be able to afford um a computer slash PlayStation 5. It's only what, $3,100. Maybe $3,500 if we want to go foo foo. La 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 lee dee 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 dee. Why did it send me all six? Dang it. I only wanted two of them. Well, now I've got six of them. Correct, Rachel. Correct. No time for moving backwards. It's music. I hear it in my ears. Bronze tubes. Deadly blunderbush. Standard. Small bombs. Bomb. Heavy dynamite. It's time for making heavy stuff. Neat. Neat. La 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 la. Umph, 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 umph. What? Shoo-doo-doo-doo-dum, doo-doo-ding-ding-dong. What? You're ditching work. Heard that. Holy balls, that's expensive. La la la, no way, Jose, no way, Jose. Send his rush to that flippin' guy. His name I don't remember. Oh yeah, I should. It's Philalitheia. Huh? Let's open up a merchant. Is there a merchant nearby? Hello, someone buy my garbage. Hello, supplies vendor. Buy my garbage. I'm great. Thanks for asking. Be better after you buy my garbage. 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 Garbage for you to buy. Ding dong. Bing bing bang bang bing bing. Actually, by that way, I might need that.
Very well then.
Yep. It's all good. I'll see you around, sweet cheeks. Actually, I'm gonna stand right here and do this. Dun, dun, did it, dun, did it, bang, bang, diggy, diggy, box. Whoa, oh, wow, wow, wow. Where did it, dee, 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 dee. The man is Everest. Cross thread. Zoom, baby. Now we turn and we runs this way. We're going to need wool soon. Dun dun doo dun. Let me go down to you. I know, you know, it'll be just fine. You're not dying. It's just a little bit of toneless singing. You'll be fine, June. La 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 la. I do whatever I want. Da do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba ba boom ba boom boom boom. I'm beginning to think that people like Drew Core think that everybody but them is a bum. Boom, bah, 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 bah. You're the one slumming it looking for a live to content you. That, by definition, makes you a bum. If you were a high-minded and important person in the way that you think you are, you would never be caught dead scrolling live, let alone leaving a comment. You're nobody. You're nothing. You're garbage. You are the world's asshole, which means that you are the bum. Probably Jesus doesn't love anyone. Probably Jesus is dead.
You need something?
Usually.
Safe travels.
Well met.
Linen, green linen, linen, bolt of wool. That's what we're talking about.
Be careful.
Yeah, I'll do as I please, actually, but thank you for acting like you care. Bum bum bing bing.
Good day to you.
Alright, let's buy 9 of these. Boom! Look at my inventory all filled up with capes and stuff. Oh, I should have done that. I have this for my bum. Hey, hey, ha, ha. Dee, 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 da, da, do. Boom, ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. You sure did spend an awful long time typing that out. You must really think I'm going to read all that.
See you later.
King's honor, friend.
Hello, Chris. Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
I supply only the finest goods.
Fair enough. I don't need the finest, but I
Have
did
a
buy
good
the
one.
fine thread, so thanks for that. Bags.
What can I do for you?
I'm the bag man. Baby. I've got bags and I do what I want. Walk around town doing my
For the
thing.
Alliance.
You better believe it. Woo! How many slots are these? 8. Well, look at you now. You're an 8 slot, and you're an 8 slot, and you're an 8 slot, and also you're also an 8 slot. And you now, 8 slots. Look at that. We just added 2, 4, 6, 8 slots to my overall inventory. No kidding. We're basically superheroes at this point of bag space.
Greetings. Light
Hello,
bless you.
material find. I bet you have more bag space than
How
I
are
do.
you?
Da, 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 da,
See you around.
What is her name? I don't remember. Now I do. Hey, you're an 8 slot. You keep it up. See if I don't 8 your slot right now. Punch a new hole and you make you a 10 slot. Send those to Junos. About that. What you know about that? What you know about that? Send that to my boy Phil. Philabadabadang. Fooby doobs. Floppy dang. I'm a person, I'm sitting here. You're just a 3 slot? Girl, you're a 24 slot. "24/7 I'd be slotted in you, you know what I'm saying? What? Ring a dong doo. Oh man, I'm wearing cool goggles. Rachel, look at me. Yeah, I'm a cool guy. Wears goggles and has boobs. So I'm a girl, actually. I'm a cool girl with goggles that I made. Yeah. Oh yeah. I made those with my hands. They're not shit. They're only like a level 10 item. I think I'm only level 14. But I made them. You didn't make them. So that makes me cooler than you. At this one thing. Get my damn tripod to stand. I'm gonna bump that at some point, and it's gonna move. Do you know about that? What? Do you know about that? Put that right there, so I'm a little less likely to bump it, maybe. There she is. Visquita the Great. And terrible. The Great and also terrible. Mostly terrible. Come on now. We had this last night, and it worked just fine for like 15 minutes. Boom! Visquita the Great and also terrible. Except for this is Juno Badat. Juno for short. What'd you know about that? You got it, sweet cheeks. Who has emailed me? Visquita, you're busy. That's a lot of crap. What's this? Oh. Whoops. Boom. Bags. Minimum 8 slot bags. Now, let's go to the let's go over there to that spot where I was talking about when I said that, and you knew what I meant? Yum bam ba bam ba doom bang bang. It's so funny. People will bitch, you're not doing enough to provide value to my life. Okay, well, here are some moving pixels that provide value to your life in the way that other people do. You're doing it different. Okay. Please find the door. Please go find somewhere that you are wanted, missed, and bother them with your presence. Because they aren't me. That'll do for a few seconds, and then it'll slip, because, you know, why wouldn't it? Like, I can really tell who didn't grow up with grandparents who listened to Bill Cosby. You can just really tell who never got a "leave me alone, child, you bother me." Hey, I went right where I was going. I never bothered to learn this city.
Thank you, chicken-looking one.
What? Did you just say something racist to me? Smell iron, gold, and steel, you say? Well, about that. Check this out, Rachie. I have so many traversal methods. I can go faster by running on all fours. Well, that's not what I meant to do. This increases my ground speed by 60%. I can swim like this at this speed. Vroom. Yeah, and my top hat. It's difficult to do that because camera. Yeah. And then I also have this, which I think is only 40%. It's actually slower. But it doesn't have a cast time associated with it. And I can leap. Whee! I have antlers and junk. Hello, hippogriff friend. Ishawala to you too, my guy. I'll see you around. Black Fathom can't. What? Can't do that while shapeshifting. Heard that. Farewell. See you around, whore. This is a perfect opportunity to take a potty break and get a bottle of water and pack a bowl. By the time I finish with the potty break, I will have landed at the flight pad. But travel break. Boom! I love the flight paths. I don't think I grabbed a bottle of water. In fact, I know I didn't. Alright, we have arrived. How close are we to our quest? Where are we? Oh, that's bad. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna pack a bowl. Thank you guys for being here. Strike up a conversation with one another. Enjoy the music and the vibe of the town. Settlement. I've been thinking a lot about why console games can't be good. Not in the way that I want. Not at the things that I want. I don't understand why. WoW has laid the template for how to make a single player game for at least 16 years. World of Warcraft, when they released Wrath of the Lich King, had already pivoted to being a single player experience. Because we had already, those of us who came from EverQuest, had already rejected the perma PvP of World of Warcraft as too inaccessible, as too uninviting. Sure, conceptually PvP is fun in World of Warcraft, but so many of the zones being forced conflicts with other players wasn't fun if you were playing on a server that didn't have an active. For example, if you're playing Alliance and you're playing on a server that doesn't have an active Horde player base, those forced PvP sections were just empty. They were just easy, facile wins. And so there's no way, I don't think, for Blizzard to organically control for 50% populations. They can't control for who clicks in. The best they can do is the battle groups, where they try to pair majority Horde versus majority Alliance servers together in the battlegrounds and other cross-server PvP content. But I haven't understood since 2010 why single-player experiences can't get what WoW gets right for the single player. Now, you can solo everything that WoW has in the new content. You can solo all of it. It's all designed, except for the PvP stuff, to be soloable. All the PvE, player versus environment, is designed to be soloed, and it to soloable, and it should be scaled for soloability. Everything should be. The difficulty in these video games should scale depending on how many people, human beings, are in your party, and then it should all be soloable. And the reason I say that is because WoW has phased, is what it's called, their world map in quest locked instances since Wrath of the Lich King. Blizzard got it right. I do not believe that Blizzard has a copyright on phasing, the technique of interlocking different instances of a zone or a town within a zone. I don't get it. Like, Kingdoms of Amalur was close, but Kingdoms of Amalur wanted to be an MMORPG. Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning was first the proof of concept that they could make a video game that satisfied one person, justifying a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. But even if what you want is just infinite engagement metrics, or mechanics, things that are going to deliberately demand a huge amount of your time over time, WoW set the standard for all of them. And so the more I play WoW, the more I have become convinced that what's actually up is that all of these developers, everyone, because there was a time in world history where this was just true of the gaming population generally, where either you were baptized in WoW, you learned and you became a gamer by playing WoW, or you were baptized in opposition to WoW. You became a gamer by resisting the call to World of Warcraft. The last decade may not have been that, but the decade before it, so all the people who are making the games that are being released across the course of the last decade were. There was a very, very, very easy flowchart. If you are a gamer, you either are playing World of Warcraft or you say that you hate World of Warcraft. And the same could be said for Call of Duty. Are you playing on a console? Are you playing Call of Duty? Are you playing Final Fantasy? Are you playing um, whatever Sony's original is? If not, you probably identify in resistance to or opposition to those things, especially Call of Duty. Elder Scrolls, every time they release a numbered entry, becomes this. You either are or you are not a Bethesda gamer. And see, the console community around Bethesda games is so bass backwards. Those games are beloved in the community, in the PC community, because they're unfinished trash that you can finish, test your modding skills, and then get a job working in making video games. This is where Gary's mod came from. This is where Mr. S and I intersect. I've never had a reason to be on the fence.
Ishnuala. Del Madras.
The only time I ever really resisted playing WoW was for a few weeks of my life because I didn't know anybody else who was playing. The PC games have always been better. Console gamers hate to hear this, but those games aren't made with the same TLC and they're not made for the same audience, the same general audience. Those games are made for children and the emotionally and intellectually immature. We used to say, those of us who played both, we used to say you could tell a person, you could know what a person was like by which one they chose, which one they preferred, and which one they, especially if they were one or the other, PC or console. And the consoles fall into three broad personality types. PlayStation wishes it were playing PC. Xbox doesn't know any better, and Nintendo are children. They're emotionally and intellectually stunted at about age 12. That's why they're still exploring with their sexual development with these cartoon characters. I'm glad to be alive, Reishi. Thank you for being here. The pennies in watch time add up. Thank you. There's a lot of back and forth. Okay. Where is this question mark? Do I have to go down into that temple? That's fine. I just don't want to. Haha! Check this out. I haven't got to show you guys this yet. I also have an aquatic form. Sea lion boy. Hi, Anna. You can always pay me for a song. That's how you don't activate my PDA. Someone was asking me recently how I was able to maintain such a rigid and strict work schedule, work relationship, work wife, girlfriend, World of Warcraft, work wife, girlfriend, World of Warcraft. How was I able to maintain such a strict schedule without having PDA crash outs? And the answer is money and sex. I just ended up exhausting myself in a different way. Actually, I didn't. That's the thing, is I didn't exhaust myself. I still had time to write the Rob that is the original manuscript. I think I made available somewhere. I had time to write that and edit it into a form not that dissimilar to where it's at now. And then I even had time to write it again. I had time to write Leaf. Alright, the voice isn't warmed up and Elliot is... what Elliot is. My table is not flat, so every time I get my hand off the mouse, it slides into my lap. That rhymed! Alright, let's see. sharing. I'm in love with the world through the eyes of a girl who's still around the morning after. We broke up a month ago and I blew up. I didn't know I'd be around the morning after. Bow down, 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 down. Bow, bow down, bow down, 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 down. Bow, bow down, bow down, down. It's always been wait and see, a happy day, and then you pay and feel like shit the morning after. Now I feel changed around, and instead of falling down, I'm standing up the morning after. Situations get fucked up, turned around sooner or later. Now I could be another fool or an exception to the rule. You tell me the morning after. Crooked spin can't come to rest. I'm damaged bad at best. She'll decide what she wants. I'll probably be the last to know. No one says until it shows. Say how it is. They want you or they don't. Say yes, I'm in love with the world through the eyes of a girl who's still around the morning after. Boom, bow, bow, dow, bow, dow, bow, da, 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 do, do, dow. Bow, dow, bow, dow, bow, da, do, do. Boom, boom.
What brings you?
There's a mic, and then a cigarette. Singing Kathy's clown. That's the man she's married to now. That's the girl that he takes around town. She appears composed, so she is, I suppose. Who can really tell? He shows no emotion at all. Stares into space like a dead China doll. I'm never gonna know you now, but I'm gonna love you anyhow. There she's done, and they're calling someone. Such a familiar name. I'm so glad that my memory's remote. 'Cause I'm doing just fine, hour to hour, note to note. There it is, the revenge to the tune. You're no good. You're no good. You're no good. You're no good. Can't you tell that it's well understood? I'm never gonna know you now, but I'm gonna love you anyhow. Do 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 here today, expected to stay on and on and on. I'm tired. I'm tired. Now working out on the substitute scene. Still going strong. And it's all on. It's okay, it's alright, nothing's wrong. Don't sweat in with impossible plans to just leave me alone in a place where I made no mistakes. In the place where I have what it takes. I'm never gonna know you now, but I'm gonna love you anyhow. I'm never gonna know you now, but I'm gonna love you anyhow. I'm never gonna know you now, but I'm gonna love you anyhow. Yeah, that one always cuts me really deep. That's been in my life since before anybody like that, so it's just Elliot. The question is, wouldn't Mama be proud? There's a silver lining in the level grinding cloud. And the pretty post that you're taking as a new NCO of the great pretender. I should sure think so. Wouldn't Mama be proud? Can I take your order as a heavenly host? Took it to the jet stream, blowing coast to coast. And most of glass in a movie and a pleasant dream in midair. You gotta tell me quickly, 'cause we're almost there. Wouldn't Mama be proud? Getting out of the window at the sky gone black. Kid, you're on the right track. And I send you postcards from this flight path. Photographs of moving, a heart about to implode. Have I called to keep it together like you say you know I can do? To transmit this moment from me to you, wouldn't Mama be proud? Wouldn't Mama be proud? Wouldn't Mama be proud? Wouldn't Mama be proud? Somebody will watch that someday and see that I made a little music video there. Change the lyrics a little to make it relevant. No, no, no. There's nothing so normal. You just stand there. You could say so much. But I don't go there 'cause I don't want to. You're just thinking if you were lonely, maybe we could leave here and no one would know. At least not to the point that we would think so. Thanks, Anna. This reminds me of my last few weeks in the tent. If everyone here is thinking about somebody else. And it's best if we all keep this under our heads. And I couldn't tell, but everyone here was feeling the way I do. And I'm lonely now. And I don't know how to get it back to good. No, no. This don't mean that you owe me. Well, this ain't no good. In fact, this honey is ill. And things just work just like you wanted to. If you see me out, you would know me. Try to turn your head. Try to give me some room. They'll figure out just what I'm gonna do. Well, everyone here knows everyone here for doing me like they do. And it's best if we all keep this quiet instead. And I couldn't tell that everyone here was doing me like they do.
Farewell.
But sorry now, I ended up lived this song. And you don't know how to get it back to good. No,
How may I?
no.
Hello.
She came
What brings you here?
to where I worked.
Be careful.
And she told me that she just wanted to tell me that she loved me. And I was so glad to hear that because it's all I'd wanted her to say to me for months. And I looked up and her boyfriend, who was the decidedly uglier, fatter, pimplier, dirty-haired version of me. And I put my hands around her elbows and I pushed her to arm length and I said, goodbye.
Peace be with you.
Yeah, we don't know how to get it back to good. He stood there at the door. Not man enough to come in because he knows I would have risked my job to whoop his ass right in front of her and make sure that she knew that every single blow was for her. Because that's why women like my mother and like Devin DeVore choose men like this. That's why Catherine Miller did it to me later. She brought a man in the house to stomp around and threaten me. That's why they hide their next man. Because they bring him as a proxy for the beating that they deserve. And they hope that when the passion crime is done, they will survive. I hope she's dead. I hope she died of COVID. Alone, miserable. Her stepmother's money unable to buy her happiness. And I hope that all the chicken soup in the world, she told me she preferred him because he brought her chicken soup while I was at work. And I'm like, of course, because you fucked him after. You stopped fucking me. So hell no, I'm not going to spend my money on chicken soup you don't need because you can't manage your sleep. Hell no. I hope he abandoned her and let her die. Wake from your sleep. You're drying all your tears. Today we escape. We escape. Pack and get dressed before your father hears us, before all breaks loose. I sold my computer. I stopped playing WoW for her. I stopped listening to Elliot. I gave away my Rusty and my McLovin because she hated them. She neglected them, and I knew that bringing them into an even smaller apartment environment was only going to make them suffer more. And all I wanted was to believe them, was to trust the words that they said, especially David. I just wanted to be able to count on the words that they said to me being true from day to day. And they weren't. They never were. So there's a version of me out there in the metaverse who beat her to death that night, and she wouldn't stop at me. There's a version of me who beat him to death. There's a version of me who beat Steele to death in his home with that damn hookah, because I thought about it. When he couldn't even figure out how to get it lit, it seriously occurred to me to beat him to death with it for the offense of providing me with a utility that he didn't even know how to light. How are you going to insult me with nicotine that you don't even know how to light? So let your wisdom choke you. An everlasting peace we hope that you choke, that you choke. I hope that they choked, that they choked. I hope that they choked, that they choked. There's a very special girl out there in the world that this one's for. I don't know if she's listening to me, but I couldn't have had this song without those. I have to understand every life must end. Ever I said alone, I know someday we must go. I'm a lucky man to count on both hands the ones I love. Some folks just have one, yeah, others they got none. Oh. Stay with me, oh, let's just breathe. Practiced all my sins, never gonna let me win. Oh, that dirty was it thin, just another human being. Oh, I'm gonna hurt. There's so much in this world that's made me bleed. Stay with me, all I see. Did I say that I need you? Oh, did I say that I want you? Oh, if I did, I'm a fool, you see. No one knows this more than me. Well, I come clean out under every day as I look upon your face. Oh, everything you gave and nothing you would take. Oh, nothing you would take. Everything you give. Did I say that I need you? Oh, did I say that I want you? Oh, if I didn't, I'm a fool, you see. No one knows this more than me. And I come clean out. Nothing you would take, everything you give. Hold me till I die. Meet you on the other side. Hi, Richie. Welcome home. Gotta feel the hurt in order to know what's real. There's this listening to a book or a song the other day. He was talking about the line between pleasure and pain merging and becoming indistinguishable, and it's like a future butterfly. That's why those women hurt me. They had put themselves through so much misery that the line between the two, hurting me and pleasing me, had become indistinguishable. Once I was you, a future butterfly. I'm gonna spend the day getting higher than high.
How's that? Different color.
Fucking
Better?
great. Yeah, it means you can probably kill that. I saw you caught between.
Is that too dark?
All the people that make him see. I'll just get used to the glare on the TV. Ideal tomorrow. Don't go too far. Stay where you
You
are.
want me to move it over here?
Maybe. Behind the other TV, like between those paintings in front of your thermostat would probably be ideal. Probably not. No, probably not. Probably I want you to move it over here. Probably right behind this, but the same table would be better.
Would they give you a glare anyway?
Maybe. Maybe less of one. Because of the angle I said it. Probably give you a glare. Probably just leave it alone. Probably just leave it alone.
Okay.
Because we're going to be moving around, and if it's going to give me a migraine, it's going to give me a migraine wherever we are, because this is a mid-century modern home. See what I'm saying? It's the architecture, not the light, not the light bulb, not you, and not the degree to which you are or are not thinking about the thing that I brought up before.
Well, it does have 3 levels, so it can go brighter.
It should go dimmer.
That's the dimmest.
That's fine. I'm just photosensitive.
Yeah.
I saw you at the perfect place. It's gonna happen soon, not today. So
So
go
what you
to
wanted?
sleep. You'll make a change. I'll meet you there tomorrow. Independence Day, Independence Day. Yeah. I wish I knew the words to this song.
Explain to me how the egg fits in. Same as always, just with an egg on top, relish and everything?
No, just an egg on top.
No mustard, no mayo.
Correct. No, mayo, yes.
Mayo, yes.
Toasted bun.
Okay.
Richie would like it if I knew the lyrics to that song. Look at him. You lose so much weight, baby. You lost a whole person.
No, I didn't.
You did. You did. My rule used to be if her belly is bigger than her boobs, she can't get it.
Then how did I get it? Months ago.
You need it now. I know it's a 25-year-old man's way of looking at the world, but I never got bad pussy.
You get standards.
I used to be a little boy, thrown in my shell. What I choose is my voice. What's a boy supposed to do? The killer in me is the killer in you. My love. Send this smile over to you. I hope she gets what I'm doing right now. I saw you with a smile. I leave you like you left me here. Either ending now. The bitterness of one who's left alone. Who is there? Ooh, he is burned, burned, burned. I used to be a little boy, so out in my shell. What I choose is my choice. What's a boy supposed to do? The killer in me is the killer in you. Send this smile over to you. Send this smile over to you. Killer in me is the killer in you. Send this smile over to you. Killer in me is the killer in you. Send this smile over to you. Killer in me is the killer in you. And this smile over to you. And this smile over to you. Hey, bud. I heard that you have a car for sale. Ba-dum, da-da-bum, bam, boodly bing bing bong, ba-doo da ba-dum bing, doodly bing bing bong, ba-doodle da ba da bum bum, boodly bing dong dong. Ba-dum ba-dum bum bum bum, bum bum, ba-dum ba-dum bum bum bum. And the intention picks you up like a habit. Crying on the top of the TV static. Taking out the trash of the man. Give the people something they understand. A stick man flashing a fine line smile. The junk bond trader trying to sell a sucker a stock. Rich man in a poor man's clothes. The permanent installment of the daily dose. This is how my channel feels. And you tell 'em off when you tell it like it is. The word go wider than your hatred of his. Looking into a small reality, counted as your drug you take too regularly. Like your lease life, the broken crutch. The first true mark folded at the slightest touch. Brought down like an old hotel. But could only tell love for the things you could listen. Happy holidays, said Super Savior. Believe in nothing, still favoring. I won't take your medicine, I won't need a remedy to be everything I'm supposed to be. I don't want nobody else. I can do it by myself. You need to be together. Oh, Now I'm a policeman directing traffic, keeping everything moving, everything static. I'm a hitchhiker you'll recognize passing on your way to some everlasting. Better sell it while you can.
How may I help?
Better sell it while you can. Oh shit. Better sell it while you can. Better sell it while you can. Bum bum I think she's gonna make me a beef stew, and it's not gonna be Denny Moore. Because she asked me if we could have onions in it if I eat a beef stew. Why else would she do that? It just occurred to me. I never said I'm smart. I said I'm a genius. And if you've watched that movie, A Goddamn Genius, what's the movie? You know the movie I'm talking about, where he says that, and then he turns out to be a hollow man? The Hollow Man? That one. You'll know that I'm cursing myself. What, ho?
I don't know.
Okay.
What? Call me names?
No.
Yes.
But I did not. Called you one name.
Is there someone else in the house that you know about?
No. I only used one name.
That's fine.
And I didn't even use a name. I used a word sound. This one's for you, dummy.
Far too long.
We chase misprinted lies. We face up at the time. And yet I fight, and yet I fight this battle all alone. No one to cry to, no place to call home. Came in the wrong position in my throat.
That's what he said.
My gift of self is ripped. My privacy is wrecked. And yet I find repeating in my heart. If I can't be my own, I'd feel better dead. Hello, I can't read your name. The font is too small. It looks like Flurry, maybe? Flunge. Hello. Thank you for your kind words. It's weird to interrupt someone with a compliment about their singing and expect a response. I can just really tell how few of you have been to concerts and how few of you paid attention in band class. And for that, I'm beginning to empathize and I'm beginning to feel a real sadness for you. So here, I'm gonna make this a lot easier for you guys. I think that you guys don't really understand. I don't think that you have a working definition of what an asshole is. I think that being told the rule is not to be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. You react to that as though I'm immediately calling you an asshole, which I am if you react that way. But it's 99.9% of you. With your feet on the air and your head on the ground. This isn't actually a good song. Where is your mind? Guy? What? Yeah, I know I changed the Google account. You're supposed to be able to do this. Aw, you ho. You ho. You ho and ho. Ho and ho and ho. Rachel! Rachel! No, you're just supposed to say what?
What?
That's all I have to say. That's it. That's it. I just wanted to say your name.
Oh, that's sweet.
You're dismissed. Rachel!
Yeah!
That's it. Okay, thank you. You got it. With your feet in the air and your head on the ground. Channel G Lines. Hello. I am a shaggy dog storyteller. A shaggy dog storyteller. Philalitheia is a misspelling of Okay. If I'm single.
Okay.
There. Your feet in the air and your head on the ground. You smell like burgers and your underwear is brown. Because your mom can't trust you to understand. You go everywhere and you drain it. What, Rachel? What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Well, they're stinking the underwear, really?
Where's my mind? Ow! My head and my arm. I bet this makes my hair look real dumb. I bet it could if it were just a little bit longer.
That's why I gave you 2 options.
I bet it could if I got it just a little bit longer. I bet I know how I could make it look real dumb, Rachel. My feet here, my hands on the ground. Hey, wait a minute. Is it playing music through my headphones, but also Blizzard on the other side of the room? No? You can't hear Blizzard? Neither can I now. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-bow, bow, ba-dum, bow, wow, 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 ow, ow, wow, ow, wow, boom, ba, bum, boom, 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 boom. First a mic, then a half cigarette. Bow wow, bow wow, wow. So I recently, as you can see, I recently went back and listened to Hybrid Theory, and I'm just going to say this right now. Chester is the only thing going on in that band, and I noticed that in 2001. That was the last Linkin Park I listened to on purpose. Chester was the only thing that band
I
had.
am honored.
Once there was an old
What dream do
ocean,
you hear?
when everyone who saw it
I am honored.
grew old with the sea. They were terrified of water and of all the sons and daughters.
Farewell.
No
Help
one
me.
dared
Be
be
careful.
on the banks
Wish
of a
Good luck,
coastline.
my friend.
Attractive bleeding loved one whose blood was Maybelline.
Pleased to meet you.
In the saltiest of waters, yet apparently they falter, never
Right.
again to be seen. So I cry, I try, I cry,
Always watch over you.
'cause I cry. La, 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 da, 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 da. This old warship has chosen, it won't sail for nothing. An old sailor said to me, I was foolish not to listen and paste his gross conscription. Nonetheless, I believe. I don't know what that means, mister. And there's some more labor, and you put your name on paper. Just might catch a breeze. Now he was not a captain, now my closer, now my actions. It's all alone with the sea. All 3 of those things that you said are probably offensive. Redacted. I am certain that you're not trying to be offensive, but all 3 of those things that you said are offensive. What are you trying to communicate to me without being offensive? Have you ever considered that? Like, when political correctness was the vibe, what we were asking, those of us who were asking you to be politically correct in your language, what we were not asking was for you to censor yourself and not think the things you were thinking. What we were asking you to do was think them before you spoke them, and then having spoken them, hear them, think them again, and then speak them differently. And by the 5th time you've come across saying this thing that you're saying, maybe it won't be offensive. That's what we were asking for. We were asking you to cleanse and pure your dirty thoughts by practicing cleansing and puring your dirty speech, by practicing listening to yourself speak. Like Tobias Funke from Arrested Development. There's no more beauty in this world. Those have strangely become immune to the sight of ladies' nudes, and the smell of her perfume is just a ring around the moon. There's no more beauty in this. There's no more beauty in this. There's no more beauty in this world. Oh, 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 oh. There's no more beauty in this. There's no more beauty in this. There's no more beauty in this world. 'Cause I tried, I cried. Oh, here we go. I tried, and I cried. There's no more beauty in this. There's no more beauty in this. There's no more beauty in this world. I'm able to protect you. Gather your strength, don't follow me, or I will surely die. Way I asking you, the way I hope to be protected. Oh, one moment I thought that I was lost among the lights of houses. He came back to her house. He didn't take it as a promise. I always thought it was a lie. He went too far, the fucker. It's not like I owe him money. This is different. Taka, gather your strength and break free, or I will surely die. Gather your strength, don't fuck with me. He says, follow me, or I will surely die. I ain't go far enough. My dreams are dreams of violence. I see them coming true. My dreams are dreams of violence. See them coming true. Way back to her house. I didn't take it as a promise. Always thought it was a lie. He went too far, the fucker. It's not like I owe him money. This is different. Diggy. Gather your strength and break free. What the hey? Or I will surely die. Diggy. Gather your strength. Don't follow me. And so, like, when women were telling one another very recently that if your man can't speak at above a grade school level, if he can't articulate himself in ways that don't hurt your feelings, and he can't say things that aren't objectionable, if he can't consume media that isn't childish and objectionable, he's not your forever man. When they were saying that to one another, I was applauding them because they're finally right. My granddad used to say that our diction dictates who we are, in fact, under the skin. The words we choose, in fact, do describe us. They do tell people about us, and you can judge a man by the words he knows, by the words he uses frequently. I had a girlfriend once, at one time in my life, who used to say, man, all my ex-boyfriends were all, types, where I had to fill in all their words for them. And it's like, yeah, that's not your forever guy. That's not even good dick. He's gonna mistreat you as soon as he gets insecure about and realizes that you have a greater as soon as he realizes your greater vocabulary, which means your greater intellect, which means your greater ability to articulate yourself, which means your greater ability to tell the story, to narrate what is actually happening, not only between the two of you, but to other people. Once they realize that, they're going to get hitty and yelly. This is how hope is gone. Now I know that hope is lost. Now hope is gone. You know, that thing before that bothered me, the matter holds me roughly. The sight I have to prophecy, the evidence happened so. With an invitation in the air, she turned and bolted out of there. She followed and made me aware. I do what I wanna do, don't. Well, tell me how the story goes. She brought him to the window with me in just my evening clothes. You made me undress then. Came inside, she said. Get back inside, she said. Get back inside. Oh. I don't understand how to get to this quest. You can't see my map. Well, hope is gone. Now hope is lost. Oh, the thing before that bothered me. Is this for above? I must have to get there by another week. Thank you, my love. I'm almost done listening to music. You'll be out. I already know that if I want Mr. S's attention on this game, I'm absolutely going to have to play Horde. You know, I just found myself thinking, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Your $10 has gone a very long way now. No one, just one person wants it. Lost again, broken and weary, unable to find my way, telling end, dizzy and clearly, unable to just let this go. I am surrendering to gravity and the unknown. Catch me, heal me, lift me back up to the sun. I choose to live. Fell again like a baby, unable to stand on my own. Something smells good as hell in here. Dizzy and clearly unable to just let this. Catch me, heal me, lift me back up to the sun. Help me survive the bottom. I'm getting soupy hungry, baby. My tumbly is empty.
I got you, baby.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
You better not.
Nuh-uh. I don't have food. Why do you have my food? My tumbly, tumbly. Bum 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 bum. Please release me.
Somebody's hungry.
Bum 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 bang 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 bang. Let's run super fast. I am You know what? It's probably not that quest is worked. It's probably that I have my graphics turned down so low I can't see it. That's really good, Rachie. Is that the strawberry whatever? That's really good when it's piping hot. Yeah. Now shut up. I was gonna tell you something.
It's actually a mixture of that one and the honey caramel.
Heard that. You were concerned that we weren't getting good enough frame rates from the internet peoples? We're getting 15,000 on average now. That's what you pay for. What?
You got us a hungry boy.
Yeah, girl, I'm hungry. Now I figured everything out, and so until I can figure out a way to help everybody else figure everything out, I'm good. Bereft of meaning, long and weary, my road has been. I was lost in the cities alone in the hills of sorrow, pity for me they feel, yeah. I am not your rolling wheels, I am the highway. I have French fries now, and I'm gonna eat them. Sorry. Look at that. Turns out, Astronaut is in fact on fire.
Peace be with you. What brings you here? Greetings.
6 more days, dudes. You guys gotta help me make Rachel's birthday a good one.
Good luck, friend.
I am honored. Good luck, friend. How may I help? Goddess, watch over you.
Yeah, yeah.
You want just one single egg on top?
Yes.
Runny?
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. I am not your blowing you wrong. Okay. I'm the worst firefighter of all time. Impotently throwing buckets of water around. You come clean. Waves come right now. Seriously, the worst damn firefighter of all time. What am I doing? Who wants to go skeet shooting with a warglaive launcher? This is not easy for me. Ugh. 4 more. Stand still, man. Wow, no. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
What brings you? There's Audrey's.
Breakfast is coming.
Nice, thank you. You know something I want to know, Rachel?
Tell me.
What are these people on these post-apocalyptic television shows and movies? Where do they get the shampoo and the running water to keep their hair so clean?
Dry shampoo.
It doesn't work that well.
Um,
Probably in their trailers, right?
supposedly, if you actually don't wash your hair and do nothing to it for like at least a month or so, eventually it gets clean on its own.
You saw me live for 18 months.
Yeah, but you were still washing it,
Not really.
wiping it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to clean it.
There's a girl on YouTube that did that.
No, she didn't.
She said it was really gross and it was all like tangled and stuff. But then I guess after a while, like your scalp stops producing the oil. So I don't know. Maybe they just dip their heads in some creek in the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need, baby?
Nothing.
But that is a good question.
I was just being ironic. The answer is that they didn't.
Oh.
Their hair would be dirty.
I mean, how do they bathe? How do they not chafe? How do they not, what about swamp ass? That's a
Right.
thing.
Right.
What about the nervous sweats? That's a thing. You can't tell me that the people in The Walking Dead be fucking and not smelling anything.
They'd be fucking
In Walking Dead? I mean, not with the zombies, but with each other, sure.
dirty, nasty fucks.
Right? Pretty grody. But I guess when it's the end of the world, I mean,
No.
no?
It was the end of that world. The world is still under their feet.
Right. Right. Oh, I overcooked the egg. Damn it. Ish.
Mm-mm. It's like Neve said, just because the world is ended doesn't mean we throw out all standards and decorum.
Right.
But my point is more,
I mean, you kept up with it. It wasn't the end of the world, but it was the end of your world, as you knew it when you were in the
yeah,
tent.
my hair was fine, but it wasn't clean. It wasn't freshly showered and hairspray.
And you were clean.
Enough, yeah.
Yeah. Other people would have just given up.
We've used baking soda to stay clean for centuries. No, that woman didn't actually not clean her hair, and then it suddenly started being clean again.
Yeah, it looked all clean and silky all of a sudden.
No.
No? Magic of television?
No.
I figured as much.
Not the magic of television, an outright lie. An outright lie.
Lie.
She started using Pantene Pro V again.
Is that what you wanted?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a breakfast burger?
Mm-hmm.
You like the candy bacon?
Yes. I like the honey bacon. It's very sweet. Mm. No, baby, the rest of the egg yolk cooked on the burger.
Aww.
No, that's what I wanted. That's why I like it cut in half, and it's going to cook on the burger. It's gross, uncooked food.
I
The
know.
yolk is gross. That's not honey. No, that's not. Oh, that's brown sugar.
Yeah, it's candied bacon.
It's candied brown sugar bacon, yeah.
I candied it for you.
Huh?
I candied it for
Mm.
you.
Oh, it's really good. I can tell.
And I put lots of pepper on it too.
Mm. It's really good.
Well, to be a tall guy, you know, there's such good things about being a tall guy.
Right?
Like the move you just did, I couldn't do that. Not that move, the other move. Getting out of your chair. Yeah, hanging your legs on both sides of the footrest. My feet would be dangling. My feet would totally be dangling, you guys. I'm a short girl. I'm a short, fat girl. I'm a short, fat Latina girl. I'm a short, fat Latina girl with a bad attitude. But a big heart. So what's that? I don't have a bad attitude all the time. Just 35% of the time. It's a game of percentages. What? Yeah, I'm talking to your chat. Telling them I'm a short girl.
Talking to my chat.
Yeah, short Latina girl.
Short Latin cheek. You're a short Latin female.
Short Latina girl with a bad attitude.
Bad attitudes, right?
But only 35% of the time. Don't look at me like that. I have a great attitude with you. Don't even get me started. Don't come at me, bro.
Did I say a word?
You gave me a look.
I didn't even give you a look. I'm just sitting down. Who says I was even looking at you?
Because I'm sitting right here.
I had to know where I was relative to the rest of the couch. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to sit down accurately. I'd have to adjust later. All I did was look in your general direction. I mean, I did it like this. But, you know.
And with a nod.
Hannah's in a good mood. That's all that matters.
Yeah, well, you sent for her. She paid good money for that.
Somebody had to.
Somebody had to. Just try to set an example.
You seem to know a lot about Hannah.
Well, I mean, I'm just looking at the chat.
Oh, okay. I don't know Hannah.
What about these guys?
Yeah, I'm just about to take one. Can you please?
Step off your nuts? Ow, 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 abusing me with the hairband. Oh, here you
Shot
go.
her in the titty.
Shot her right in my titty. It's the wrong shot on my titty,
The
but
left
okay.
titty, the good titty.
That's fucked up. Little titty likes to be loved too.
I know.
Little titty lives matter too.
Little titties do matter. I didn't say they don't. I didn't indicate that they don't.
That's what I mean by a bad attitude 35% of the time.
Yeah, she got a bad attitude 35% of 100% of the time. That's what 35% of the time means.
I know. You are hilarious.
I'm stupid. My head is also a strange shape.
Yeah, I can't wear headbands because
Girls have strange shaped heads.
they just fly off. Exactly.
Yeah, like we're saying yes, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna give me a different kind of tension, I think. Why?
You want to...
Give me the other one back.
Not the pink one, right?
Ah, pink one's fine. No one can see it. Doesn't matter which one I'm wearing. An exuberant cockatiel has entered the chat.
Really?
You didn't hear him?
No.
Really?
Yeah,
You were
no.
in the room.
Yeah, I'm only 65% here though.
You didn't hear me whistling?
Oh yeah, that was you. That wasn't a cockatiel, that was you.
That's an exuberant cockatiel song.
You tricking me.
That's the song that Lyle used to sing when he was exuberant.
Danke.
Almost at Auschwitz.
So you wanna you wanna hear something funny?
No, but you'll tell me anyway.
Spanish dude, right? Yeah, Spanish dude who was just learning English. Trying to say happiness in your household. But he says happiness in your asshole. Happiness in your asshole. My dad wrote me that shit today. And then he talks business. That's how he does it.
A penis in your asshole.
A penis in your asshole is really just happiness in your household, which tracks. Right? It tracks.
If you like the first thing.
Well, yeah. If you like either thing.
Sure. I'm gonna have to revisit that.
Why?
Because my stomach is full.
Okay.
Chicken beatitude for.
I just asked a question.
And you went, why?
Why? She wants to go outside so bad, poor thing. It's hot out there. It's muggy. It's gross.
Golly gee willikers, Batman. I'm gonna have to keep it lower than I want on my skull. It's uncomfortable.
This one didn't work because why? It was too tight?
Yeah, it kept shooting off. I just want it out of my face, dudes. I just want it out of my face.
Just get the fuck out of my face. Oh. Maybe a nice stretch will stop it from shooting out.
I might break it too.
Oh, there's two more if you do break it.
I think girls wear them like this.
Very,
Professional female basketball player.
I was gonna say, the game that you play. That has all the things in the hair. The Japanese.
Near?
Nier has all the bands in the hair.
Chinese haircut thing?
The Chinese. Is it Chinese? I thought
Yeah.
it was Japanesey.
That game is Japanesey, but the haircut thing is a Chinese Confucianism thing. I keep telling you guys that.
Oh, yeah. And I keep not listening.
Yep.
Apologies.
Confucius was of the opinion that if God gave it to you, it's not yours to cut off.
Maybe that's why did he make up that hairdo? Because it was big head, nothing would fit, so he had to tie things together.
Yeah, that is a Confucian thing because, yeah.
Cool.
Confucius said that God gave you your hair.
I love your basketball player hair. Hairdo. Hair bands. I want to be
I feel
part
like
of
this
it.
one is giving me a migraine.
It's too tight.
I feel like it's trapping the blood in my scalp. $2.
No more, they're scrunchies. I got you the good brand.
I just don't have as small a head as a chick.
You have a pretty small head.
I do, actually.
Yeah, that's not gonna give you a migraine at all.
That just gave me a minor concussion.
Now you're all red, like blood just shot from your brain to your nose.
Yeah, I was knocking it back down where it's supposed to be. Now I'm dizzy. Confused.
Aww, Confucius is?
What day is it again?
Today's Wednesday.
What's my age again?
8 today.
And that's about the time that bitch hung up on me. No one likes you when you're 23. What's my age again? What's my age again?
Age again?
Age again.
Age again.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm sure it's a song.
It's a Blink-182 song.
Oh, it's a Blink-182 song, yeah.
It's talking about how he goes on a date with this chick, and they're making out, and things are going well, and then she goes down to give him head, and he turns on his PlayStation.
And then what happens?
And then she got mad. She says, you need to act your age. And he says, but what is my age again?
Seems like that's really a thing, huh?
That's the song.
I mean, you know.
And then he says that he prank called her mom. And then her mom got mad. And he goes, she said to act your age. And he says, what's my age again? What's my age again?
I don't feel there's anything wrong with getting head while you turn on your PlayStation. I guess when you're 50, there's, you know, when I was 23, I did have a problem with it, I'm sure. I mean, I broke a finger in 3 places because of an Xbox, so. Look at how cute your bear is just sitting there meditating.
Yep.
He is
We're
so
gonna get logged out here
adorable.
in a second.
She is so adorable.
She, correct. The hole is obstructed. This is going off. That's about the time that bitch hug up with me. No one likes you when you're 23. Maybe a toothpick. Thank you, my love.
You're welcome, baby. Tomorrow's my last day. Because I'm not going in on Friday.
Good. Good. That means I get more of you to myself.
Well, I still have a thing to do on Friday, but I'm not going to work on Friday. Probably gonna leave my car here, just Uber there. And something very exciting is happening either Friday or Saturday. I don't know yet. I have not gotten the notification.
Okay.
What's the nodding for, baby?
I'm just in two different timelines right now.
Yeah, I know.
All right, you ready? All right, clear out these woods.
Okay.
All this stuff.
I might do my own thing.
Don't. I'll
Well,
be mad.
I gotta go shower.
Uh-oh.
You don't want me to shower?
Better off. You be stinky.
You want me stinky?
No.
You want to come shower with me? How do you bite this? How do you bite down on this? Because it doesn't.
I don't bite down on it. What do you mean?
When you put it right here and you bite down
This
on
one
it.
I don't. The berries, it's very difficult.
Oh. Try not to breathe in as you're trying to bite down.
The berries are very difficult to bite down, but this has a hard plastic. You can see that I've dug my teeth into it.
Yeah.
Like, through the silicon, there's a hard plastic in there. Yes, I'm a dog. Leave me alone. I like to chew.
You like doggy things.
Just a child who wasn't raised properly. I was left alone and stubborn. We reinforce the habits that we want to reinforce. So, apart from people that we tell, when we're apart, when we're separated from people that we tell that we love, for example, we're reinforcing the habits that we want to. So, if we're apart from them, we're telling them that we're loving them, but we're doing micro betrayals, things that they would think of as betrayals, or things that are in fact betrayals. Regardless of how much we say the thing to them, it's not what we actually do when we're apart from them. And so we're reinforcing the habits that we want to. So the mistake that I made over and over and over again was just trusting.
So now trust no one.
No. Trust those who deserve my trust.
Those who have earned your trust.
Those who deserve it, and whether they've earned it or not, just who are trustworthy, who have been true to their word up until the point that I need to trust them with their word. It's just trust is about an established pattern of behavior. Like bridges, we don't know that bridges hold because of triangles or whatever. We trust that bridges hold because they have in the past. So it's like if I need you to hold money, right? I don't know that you can hold this money without spending it because I've asked you to do so before and I've vetted you to do so before by whatever. I know because I've seen you handle money and not spend it before. So I know you're good for it because I know you've got this much lying around that you're not spending. For example.
Well, they say love is blindness. So
I was deliberately blind
yeah, I think we all have been.
because I thought that compromising myself over and over and over and over again for the relationship meant that the relationship would still be there. And she was compromising the relationship over and over and over and over and over, confident that I would just continue to not react appropriately.
Well, if you have to compromise yourself for somebody else, is that love?
No, not necessarily.
I mean, they do say the key to a working relationship is compromise, but you should never compromise who you are. I've learned.
Right. And
Took me almost 50
I didn't
years.
even mean compromising that way. I meant compromising like when I say that when we're watching a movie and it's like, oh, that person's suspect, that they're probably the bad guy. I go, they're compromised.
Yeah.
Like I made myself a lesser person over and over and over again for her. I spent my time in ways that weren't just compromises. I was happy to be there to be with her at first. But then I was spending my time in ways that were more and more detrimental to me. That's what I mean by compromising. Just more and more detrimental to my long-term stability and future prospects. My ability to meet my goals and maximize my well-being. Those things were compromised. They were suspect. They were given away in the greater good. Many of them were sacrificed outright. And what fucks me up to this day, what fucks me up is it was for nothing. I shouldn't be able to turn around. I shouldn't be able to swing a dead cat because of my analytics and my past time spent without hitting Laura or Devin or Kat somewhere on the fucking internet. Being more famous than I am. Just like I can't swing a dead cat in professional psychology without hitting Megan. Because she climbed up to where she's important enough that she made sure that I wouldn't be able to swing a dead cat without having to climb over her body first, without having to punish her for what she did to me and taking my future, my dreams. And Laura and Devin did same. And I just swallowed it down. Just swallow it down. So you asked me, why are you just sitting there shaking your head? Because I'm just thinking about time after time after time after time after time after time that I just retreated in to the I know how to deal with this specific neglect-oriented abuse by just go into the dissociative state so that the time is just passed and they come home and you're like, oh, that wasn't long at all. And so you just don't think about the whole time. It's your birthday. It was my birthday. And she went to fuck Steele. And she told me, oh, I'm not going to fucking, his girlfriend's going to be there. And I'm like, the whole time you're there, no matter what you're doing it for, and I don't care what you're doing it for, I'm not okay with it. He's going to be trying to fuck you. And if I'm telling you he's going to be trying to fuck you, that's me telling you that I'm not okay with this. And then you come home with his cum on your breath. And it's like, then you're going to bitch at me that you can smell that I beat off because being around you makes me fucking sad? Give me a fucking break. What fucks me up is that they compromise themselves. And the love, the unconditional love and affection and caring that I gave to them freely, asking absolutely nothing in return. Devin she held the I won't tell you I love you game out on me for like a year. And when she finally did it, I booped her in the nose and went, ha, I knew it. And I got out of the car and went to work. Just exactly like I would do, because I'm me. And then it was a fight for the rest of our relationship. Oh, you were so insensitive. I knew what was happening. What I'm upset about is that they compromised all of that I was giving them, all of their skill, all of their talent, all of their future for married men who wanted to replicate with a consenting adult an abusive relationship between a father and biological daughter. And because I was unwilling to repeat that cycle of abuse, they put me through the most grueling, personality breaking trauma imaginable that I can imagine. And they did nothing with their lives. All I was asking was for them to do something with their lives. Devin wouldn't even get a job. Not a real one. After we moved in together. After I took her away from her mom and her dad, she infantilized so hardcore that she spent all of her time sucking other dudes' dicks. Other married dudes' dicks. So I had to keep her at my side at all times. And so I ended up had to get her a job where I work because she wouldn't find work. And she wouldn't build a commission space out of the people who she was fucking because they didn't want her work. They wanted the clout that came with being the only person in town who was actually fucking an attractive person. And I chose her over this, and it was a mistake. I have the timeline wrong. By just a year. We left in 2016. Warlords released when we were in Ohio early. And I wanted it. And she freaked out.
What did she have against it? Why would she not
Well,
let you have
I
this?
told you the story about when I played WildStar. What she thought my time spent was actually going to be.
Yeah.
When we moved to Ohio, she got this job at a little toy store in the mall, whatever. We were living in her dad's basement. He owned the house. He was supposed to be paying all the bills. We were only there because he was an alcoholic, remains an alcoholic, and had gotten arrested for DUI 3 times. In Ohio, that means that you now go to prison. This is serious crime now. Maybe a felony or whatever. This is serious charge. You lose your license, you lose everything. They come after everything. They try to take your job and everything. And so he begged in front of the court because of his military service for leniency, and they gave him leniency. They let him do the summer work release program. And so Devin and I, the plan was we come and take care of her sisters, just have an adult in the house, because I was writing a novel, have an adult in the house while her sisters, who were finishing up high school, her sister, I think, her elder was a senior and the younger was a freshman, I think. I don't know. I didn't get to know them. I am a 30-year-old man. I didn't get to know them. The only time I ever communicated with them was to leave a note to ask Tiger to please clean up after herself. I'm a 30-year-old man, not your fucking dad. And then she wanted to play this whole I'm playing stepdad thing. And I said, look, I get it from your perspective. I seem like stepdad because you're dumb enough to mistake me for your stepmother, but I'm not your stepdad. And then she wanted to just, because I said the word stepdad, she goes, oh yeah, you think you're my stepdad. I'm like, bitch, this whole family's too fucking toxic for me to exist in. I'm getting a job and leaving. And so I got a job and I left. And meanwhile, Devin had this fucking, she had this fucking toy store job. She's fresh out of college. I knew that I married a naive child because, or that I had moved north with a naive child. I wasn't stupid because I knew how naive and useless Laura was. That's why I married her. And she had a master's degree. So if I wouldn't marry Laura before the master's degree because she was useless and naive, and her dad wouldn't even let us live together. He wouldn't even let her live with her mom until she demonstrated that she could keep a job. When she told me that, I'm not fucking dumb. I know what kind of breeding stock we're coming from here. I know what kind of intelligence I'm dealing with. I know that these aren't women that you put children in. I just grew to really be affectionate with them. I grew to really like them because when they were alone with me, they were totally different people. They were smart and they were clever and they were fun to be around. And we did interesting shit and we talked about interesting shit and we watched interesting shit. And lo and behold, I am an interesting person and they burnt out lying to me. And so what I'm actually mad about is that they tried to bring me down to who they really were in the eyes of their friends. So their friends would look up to them as a sexual liberalis, um, um, a sexual liberal, um, some kind of paragon in the pinnacle in the society in the culture of a person who has elevated themselves from trauma and abuse. But I was never the trauma or the abuse. I was just the victim of extreme gaslighting for years. And so when I sit here and I'm just frowning and saying no, so I have to remind myself that everything that I think is wrong. Because everything that I think was adjusted so that they would stop arguing with everything I said. So I'm having a blast. Killing these guys, doing these quests I don't give a shit about. Kind of frustrated. Whatever. But where I'm supposed to be in the game, at least. And I just keep having these conversations or these moments with these fucking women who are long gone from my life. Play around and around and around in my head because I have to defend myself from them. That's why I was shaking my head. That's also why I said just don't worry about it. They both disgust me. Just filth. Laura, you know how... I'm not asking you, Rachel. I'm kind of asking if anybody's listening. But you know how women will talk about how their boyfriends will be indiscreet after a certain point when the relationship is over? That they'll be indiscreet and they'll leave porn or they'll leave the other woman lying around.
Yeah.
That's never accidental. Men soft quit relationships. There's a whole 5 ways to lose a guy, 10 ways to lose a guy, or how to lose a guy in 10 days. It's a whole method for getting rid of a woman that you don't have the balls to just square up with and be like, out. And one of them is being indiscreet. Well, Laura was indiscreet because she trusted that I trusted the relationship, because I did. I never questioned her. I questioned her exactly one time in our marriage. Exactly one time. I wanted a motorcycle. Devin was like, well, why don't we, since I've got my mom's car now, and I'm out of school, or school is nearly ending, and I'm here on my own without Laura coming and getting me, why don't we go look at motorcycles, and why don't you just take the leftovers of this paycheck, because we had sat down and figured out the money as a family, the 3 of us, right? I'd sat down and I'd figured out the math, what I could have every month, right? And then I went and I talked to a banker and I asked her, like, what I'm looking at, if what I'm looking at is reasonable for what I want. And she's like, yeah, right? And so I sit down with the math, and then Devin wants to go and look at bikes, whatever, just a day together, right, on a day off. And I open the bank account, and it's zeros. Now, Laura made the argument, and I'll get to where she made the argument. And she's right. She used this as an excuse, and I knew she would. That's why I let it happen. So I noticed it was happening, and so I just let it happen. We used to have separate accounts and a joint account. And then when we moved to Asheville to get married, my accounts, we closed we closed my accounts and moved everything, my stuff, into the joint. She didn't close hers, and I didn't reopen another because I just stuck everything. I literally came home and just gave her my checks. Total trust. And then she later weaponized that against me, that I deliberately overwhelmed her so she would fail, knowing that her father even was skeptical of her ability to handle money. When, to me, for a while there, the reason we did that was because I wasn't generating an income, and my bank account would have cost more money than we were generating at the time. Close mine, no big deal. The joint stays open because the joint has enough money moving through it that it's not going to cost money to keep open, whatever. And then she was stripping, so she had an income. But that was when Kata was released. I really tripped myself out the other night when I was playing this in this zone. And I was like, man, what happened here? It really seems like this sunk and there were people down there and this was a real tragedy. Oh, right, the Cataclysm. I only got to play maybe 100, 150 hours of the Cataclysm. I didn't get to play it. I was working my ass off. I was working my ass off. I did not feel like I had enough time to write and work and care for her, take care of the house, keep the dogs entertained. This is long before Devon. Um, None of it. And right, Rob with Kata. And I had just taken my first manager gig, so I wasn't. If I was playing video games, I was playing Civ 5. But I was spending my time reading books, watching documentaries about the economy, trying to understand how to be a good leader. Um, Between 2010 and 2012 is when I got really into the NFL, because 2012 is the year that Ryan Tannehill came to the Dolphins. And so between 2012 and 2014, I was watching a lot of football. I was blogging a lot about football, right? I was And then 2014 into 2016 is when Devon comes into my life. So 2013, the end of 2013 is when I was sleeping with Sam, because the relationship with Laura was over. So we weren't playing well anymore. I was telling you the other night, I couldn't remember exactly why I don't remember Cataclysm and why I couldn't remember Laura. All I could remember was that I was trying to keep her guild afloat. That's what she had become. She was glued to WoW, is my memory. Glued at all times to WoW. And we're getting there, but her little Tumblr blog. And I thought that's great. She's making friends. We had a friend from the UK who I'm still a Facebook friend with, but she did not reach out to me when Laura and I separated, so she knew. Um, but then I got the Sonic gig, and that was good. That was good money, and it was good on my time. And Laura had been doing this Old Navy gig part time while I was at the factory where I wrote Raw. While I was at the factories, at the factories, she got this gig at Old Navy. She stopped stripping. She didn't like it. She started putting on more weight after she started stripping, and she became the one that the dudes would get drunk and snicker about, right?
Aw.
Well,
I mean, if you're overweight, you shouldn't be stripping. Sorry.
or you shouldn't be sensitive about whether dudes are going to snicker, because those are the dudes who are going to pay you for it, because those are the ones who are being immature about it because they actually really like it, because they're looking at you, so they have to snicker about it so their friends aren't going to make fun of them for being really into you. She made good money when she would do the job.
Yeah.
And so she started cocktail waitressing, and she made a lot more money there because she had the license, and she was the only cocktail waitress in the club that had a license, so she could pop her titties out and let them stick money down in there while she's serving them drinks. And she could make the same money that she was making on the stage in a G-string, just walking around serving drinks. So it was good for the club, it was good for her, and she didn't owe the club anything. She didn't owe the club any of that titty money. So it was good for her. It was supposed to build confidence, but she was also supposed to lose the weight. Because I don't know if you know this about prostitutes, but prostitutes don't have glamorous lives. Gym culture is prostitutes and the sexually molested. Those are the people who go to gym culture. Because gym culture comes from the Roman high society forced Greco-Celtic slaves into the gymnasia for erotic purposes, because it was naked men. The gymnasia was only naked men, and only Plato's Only Plato's Academy allowed women in the gymnasia, and only Plato's Republic allowed old people in the gymnasia, because the gymnasia was specifically for attractive young men to find pairs for homoerotic wrestling that ended in sex later. That's why if you watch the gym culture on YouTube and TikTok and elsewhere, it's all people in the locker room showing off their tight, exhausted post-sex bodies. Because if you've ever been with a man who's actually attracted to you, you'll notice that once he's done mounting you, he will get harder because you're all tight and good looking for a second go. It can take longer for it to go down when they're actually into you. That's how you secure pregnancy. That's a biological function. But gym culture sells it because that's the only place that gay dudes could go to congregate and sculpt their gay bodies for their gay eyes. That whole culture exists for gay people. They opened it up to the sexually molested because of prostitutes. Prostitutes, female prostitutes hang out with gay males because by capita they're 85% willing to prostitute, because their relationships are no different than those relationships I described from the women who left me, because that is liberalism. That's why you bounced off the university system. You were like, well, this is the opposite of both Catholicism and Judaism, so no thanks. They're teaching you how to capitalize and monetize on everything that you get. That's why with college students, like I was talking with a lady last night who, apologized to me for selling out instead of staying in academia. And I said, shit, take the money. I did. Take the money you can get while you're worth it, because you're not going to be worth it for very fucking long. I feel no guilt for taking it. I feel no guilt for how you spend it either. It was all blood money. Pepsi didn't earn a single dollar of that in this century. Pepsi didn't do anything that was so innovative and so important that they deserve to be a corporation this century. And so if Donald Trump is doing anything, if he's correcting the world in any kind of way, if that's the plan, I don't know that it is. That's what they all get elected to do. That's what he promised to do. He is going one decade at a time, and Pepsi is kind of getting what every corporation should have got during 2008. All these too big to fail corps should have been fucked. They should have all been bent over by the government and turned inside out for their pocket change and their blood. Every single bit of it. What we did to the Nazis and their corporate and their social hierarchy, we should have done to Wall Street. We should have wrung those people out from the inside. Reached up inside their their colons and grabbed them by their lying tongues and yanked them inside out from their mouths. But we did not. And so here we are. We get what we vote for. And we get ultimately what we deserve. And so I just have to believe that if I don't think about these women anymore, like at all, if I just never think about these women, and if I find a place where I don't have to think about these topics, and people won't bring them up, or when they bring them up, we can laugh about how dumb they are for their side of the argument, that's the goal. And the only way I'm going to get that is if that fucking number right there beside that little fucking Lego guy is greater than 1. You guys know that when I start to get agitated like this, I start to notice that you also neglect and abuse me, and that I'm not just going to stay quiet about it. Rach is the only one. She's the only one who comes to the lives frequently and has done this thing. Mr. S is different. He's a different circumstance. But she's the only one who's ever recognized that I'm agitated and that I might need help, actually. Can you move my pen, please? Instead of just watching me fight it. I'm not grouching at you for watching me fight it. I mean me.
I need that cord too. My phone just died.
Oh, you can have the cord.
Can you hold the phone?
I am holding my phone. Somebody asked me today if this gives me such vituperant, I think is actually the word, vituperous. If it gives me such strong emotions, what's the ratio and why? Why I keep doing it to myself? And the answer is because I'm never going to leave 2016. I'm never going to leave the reality of what I walked into in Devin's family and what it did to her ability to be honest with me and intimate with me.
Why are you never gonna leave that?
If I never confront it again, if I never actually leave, time is going that way. I'm here right now. If I never leave there, then I'm never fully here.
Right.
So you have to bend the time space and manipulate the cycles of your life in such a way that, well, now I'm back there in a meaningful way. So I can't change the past, but I can reorient my future. Am I wrong?
No.
They hurt me. Laura left me for a pizza boy. And then she starts putting on her Tumblr that she left open. She left it open on a desktop. And I saw it and I just ignored it. I minimized it and I didn't think anything out of it because habit A and B, she could just come home. Right. I don't know. I didn't think anything of it. She left her damn Tumblr logged on and open. And then Devin got on it. And then I have come to realize that Devin is a snoop and will hack your shit because she was hacking into my shit. Snooping around for stuff that I shouldn't be doing. And so Laura's stupid ass was indiscreet enough to get caught by Devin, describing Devin as a bored college homewrecker. Or me as no personality aside from my penis. But she also let Devin follow her for years anonymously. And so I know too much about what she was actually doing and what she did, what happened. The only time I ever questioned her in our relationship, I found that money was gone. And so I asked her what happened, and she goes, "I'm leaving you." And it turns out, again, indiscreet, left all of her finances available for Devin to get a hold of, and now Devin pulls she left him open. No, she didn't, but she left her passwords saved to the computer so that she could get in, so that Devin could walk right into it. You have been dating Devin for 2 years. She's allowed to feel some kind of way about this and react to it any kind of way she fucking feels like, is how I felt about it. You've been living together for 2 years and sleeping in the same bed. You have been dating for 2 years. If you break up with her badly, she's allowed to freak out. It's like you said. Why would you want this level of complexity? And for me, it's because of how complicated my attachments are. My attachments are. I needed somebody else that was attached to me, that was attached to Laura, to keep Laura attached at all. You see? It's engineering. It's social engineering. It's not manipulation. I told Laura, if you're so bored and all you're doing is I feel like all you're doing is sitting around and getting fat and being lonely because I'm at work and you don't feel like you're working in your field or contributing anything other than working part time at an old Navy, why don't you get a job that's part time in your field instead of full time in your field? That makes up full time. And so she did that, but she spent all of her money on Wendy's. She ballooned out. And she left me for her best friend from high school, who convinced her to leave me in the first place. Beth Ann convinced her to leave me in the first place. She left me for Beth Ann's most recent ex-boyfriend, the tacky guitarist who claimed to be a touring guitarist for some band nobody had heard of in Europe. Go fuck yourself. Why can't you play any of the hits? If you're a traveling touring guitarist, why don't you have a YouTube channel? This is 2010, 2012, maybe as late as pushing 2015, pushing 2016. Why don't you have a YouTube channel? Google had already bought out and monetized in much the same way that I've gone back and looked. You can go back and look at the end of people's videos from 10 years ago, about 2015, and they're saying very similar things that we're saying, like, subscribe, comment. They used to ask for comments in a more direct way, and they were still directing you to their Patreon even back then. They were directing you to secondary revenue streams. I was just going, bullshit. She left me for him because he had a job as a pizza delivery boy, and he didn't always stay awake after he got home from work and smoked his bowl, so she didn't always owe him sex that he remembered after she got to gorge herself on an entire pizza every day. And it's like, yeah, I'm glad you're gone. She got so protective and defensive about what snacks and whether I brought snacks home from work, to the point that Devin just started walking up to Sonic on my breaks because Laura stopped. Because she didn't want to share a Cinna snack with Devin. Because getting two of them while the store was open and there were customers there cost me money, and that was stupid. When I could just bring them home. And I could bring you home a whole box of 40 of them. Oops, the whole bag fell in, Ken. No one's gonna say a word. But they're gonna get at me because it's on camera if you sit out here and I bring you both my lunch. This is the quality of person that they reduce themselves to in my company, while I'm also trying to sell myself as having a better way of life in public. I'm not mad at them for the torture they put me through. I'm mad at them that they did their best to make sure that I would be nobody in the future and then made themselves into no one.
I am honored.
That's what I'm mad about.
Farewell.
That's why I just sit here and I frown. And I just look at this game and I could have fucking been somebody in this game. I was good. I am good at getting together pickup groups and holding them together on the force of my personality and my drive, my desire to win, it's chill, don't worry about it, we're just here to have a good time, is a kind of bullying that works.
Be careful.
And I made a friend on here last night who asked for my gamer tag.
God is
So I'll see them
watch over
again.
you.
And so when I was being concerned about leveling too fast, because it's going to push people away, it's going to make it so that I spend more time than I want to alone, I was right, because I've done this before. I have done this at a high to mid, well, a high level compared to you. Not the highest of levels, but a high enough level to go pro, to start thinking about being a pro. And that's what I was always saying. If I could just get 10 people that want to raid together, one of them will figure out how to capture this, and we can be somebodies. I can't capture it right now, but somebody who likes my shit will be able to. Someday. And then we can start where needs started. At the beginning. With the most basic equipment and consoles that we can stream from for bullshit games that get our personalities noticed. I am so angry. At those women. I'm having a blast. Even Blizzard's glitches, their bugs are more hilarious than other companies' bugs. And it turns out many of the things that I thought were bugs were just that I had the particle effects turned off. So I couldn't see the thing it was asking me to do. I just literally couldn't turn the fire off because I couldn't see it because I had it turned off. You understand what I'm saying? I couldn't douse it with water because I couldn't tell where it was because I had the particle effect. That was it turned off. That's hilarious to me. And that is a stealthy boy.
I am honored.
Hey. I'm gonna wave at it. Oh, what happens when you wave is a bear. That. You point. Use your nose. How do you get up there, you think? What do you think, Rachie? How do you get up there? You think I'm gonna have to walk all the way around the mountain? Also, I need ice and to be in a different position and probably to like prop up my legs like I have been last night because I'm actively hurting. And I've got myself mad, so the pain is just part of the process. But I also need this off my lap today. I can't do that 2 days in a row. Thank you for sitting and playing therapist with me, Rachel. I was just capturing it into the microphone. Ding dong, YouTube.